So by this weekend, the vast majority of states will have eased some restrictions. This is as President Trump pushes to get the economy running again. ABC's Inez de la Quataria has more details on that, as well as why the Trump administration is not going to be issuing any additional guidelines for states to reopen.
This morning, millions of Americans slowly getting back to work, trying to balance their health and livelihoods.
It's been exciting, scary. We just really didn't know what to expect.
The White House now deciding not to release additional guidelines meant to help states and businesses decide when and how to safely reopen. The decision comes after both the president and vice president told governors a draft of new guidelines was in the works, but that 17-page step-by-step report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention now shelved. A coronavirus task force official telling ABC News, issuing overly specific instructions for how various types of businesses open up would be overly prescriptive and broad for the various circumstances states are experiencing throughout the country. An expert from Johns Hopkins University testifying that no state has yet met the criteria set forth in the White House's earlier guidelines to reopen. Still, 43 states will have lifted some restrictions by this weekend, the number of coronavirus cases rising in at least 19 of them.
We are in a critical moment of this fight. Without continued vigilance, we will again create the conditions that led to us being the worst affected country in the world.
President Trump admitting reopening the country could cost lives.
It's possible there will be some because you won't be locked into an apartment or a house or whatever it is. And we have to get our country back.
Meanwhile, at a White House event honoring nurses Wednesday, concerns about shortages of personal protective equipment for healthcare workers were raised.
I've been reusing my N95 mask for a few weeks now, so PPE has been sporadic, but it's been manageable.
Trump contradicting that claim.
Sporadic for you, but not sporadic for a lot of other people.
And new unemployment numbers released this morning show an additional 3.2 million people filed for unemployment last week, bringing the total number of jobless claims in the last 7 weeks to more than 33 million. Inez de la Quataria, ABC News, Washington.